Hello. What's up? We are back at it. Who else is getting snowed in today? Or, well, tonight for me. I am pretty pumped. Alrighty. So I'm continuing work on the Redoran Buildings. I'm doing things like adding this little door jam into it, making sure the vertex colors are nice, just making sure it's generally good, doing a little QA pass over them. You can see that this one has like holes here, so I'm gonna try to cover those holes in. And yeah, just taking it one building at a time. And overall, we're just kind of vibing. Kind of vibing. Ugh. I think this is gonna be something like uh Maybe a 2-hour stream, maybe a 3-hour stream. Not too sure. Huh. Don't quite like that as a fix. There we go. Gonna go looking for any other holes here. right. Mm. This doesn't make any sense. These might be okay back here. I'll have to see how it looks. Let's try that. Hey, what's up, Evans? How's it going? How's it going? Oh, fuck. That was stupid. A lot brighter there, but I think that's fine. So this hole's patched up back here and here. There's still a hole here. Not so much that one. I think these look a little more natural now, but the UVs are like really bad. I might go and darken these windows again as well. Let me... back here. Hello, Mr. Quantum. Yeah, I think that's fine. Fix this hole back here. Ooh, this is a big hole. Alright, that's better. That's fine. Does this side have the same issue? No. Oh yeah, a little bit. There we go. Yeah, these buildings, they need help. It's a good bit of... that's fine. A good bit of stuff wrong with them. Like, what is half of this stuff? This is just... what in the world? Oh shit. Where the fuck? Really? Oh, okay. Interesting. I don't know why I'm doing it in that view. Everything is so white and bright. Alright, there we go. What airports are you hitting? Quantum. I can't imagine that a lot of them will be terribly closed, but I mean, you will be flying during like the absolute worst week of the winter, I think. I don't think you'll die. I just don't think you'll have a great time. You might get delayed a lot. Why is this so dark? Just for color variance, maybe? Okay, these UVs are awful. But they are kind of the right size. Why do these look so bad? It's fine. That looks much better. Still not great, but better. Oh! That's not good. This is like super weird. I think it's because of the scene lighting. That might be it. Uh... Hello, sir. And or madam. Whoa! Dang. Bang, 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 bang. All right. Let's see. This looks a little better. I might take these and darken them again. Ever so slightly. By like 10%. Favorite burger topping? Does the meat count? The meat does not count. Why doesn't the meat count? It's like not fair. I'm probably the weird guy that likes mushrooms on my hamburger. Okay, the wood beams look a little bit better. But the big question is how they look in game, because the game is... Oh, it never looks like what Nifscope actually looks like. Cool, okay. So I plugged the holes in the back, added that. Let's save this, let's go test it. This might take a second. Oh! All right. There's one of these in Margon, I think, but it shouldn't be here. But there is one here, I think, right now. If there isn't, then we'll find somewhere else. There it is. So big things I'm looking at, the wood. Looks fine. I think it looks too much of like a void still. I know that the holes are plugged, so that's not a problem. I also added the shading around the edge of the windows here. I think it makes it look a little more nice. And then the door now has door jamb back here, so it's not, you're not looking into the void when you open the door. Yeah, let me fix this up a little more. This area back here. I think that might help it. I'm looking for not Vanta Black back here. Right. Because the lighting in the engine will compound the vertex colors, right? So I'm not just looking for, you know, vertex colors as like darkening or shading. Because on top of that, the shadows in the game will make it much worse. Oh god. Oh. The green window doesn't have a glow map, no. It's just an environment map. Yeah, there we go. So the goal here was to be able to see the back of that, because otherwise it looks like a window that's going straight through, or like, you know, a vent where it's not a vent. I had the same problem with these right here. Like they looked like windows or vents into the inside. Same with this. So these ones are already fixed, because you can see the wall back there. That one too. Okay, Council Club. Looking good. Yeah, this is just an environment map here. Oh, shit. So I can get to work on the next one. I have to fix all of these. The Fighters Guild is next. This one's pretty good. It doesn't look like it has any problems. I've just got to put the thing in here. That should take a couple seconds. Assuming everything else is fine. I'll add some vertex colors down at the bottom here. Just because we know it's going to go in the ground. This is mirrored right here, the trim, so I'm going to unmirror that. Okay, great. I take it back. There's some issues with this one. Thanks for the window management compliment. I do way too much on a computer, both here and at work, to be able to not have good window management. Let me do that real fast. These are different. Ah. It's a different texture? No, it's not. Why are we doing that then? Oh, it is a different texture. Ah. Interesting. Bone diffuse versus clay. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. I like that, that's cool. I'm gonna leave this as is then. I'm just gonna kill it, because actually. There's a hole. See that? There's a hole. I did find a problem with it. Wow, what are we doing here? Where is this guy? Oh, come on. There we go. Fuck. This side doesn't have a hole. Ah. Interesting. Why didn't we just mirror the goddamn building? You for sure mirrored the trim. Why didn't you mirror the thing that actually made sense? Oh my god. Oh. I like sensible design. I like sensible design. Anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining. You have a very keyboard-centric workflow, so it's crazy to see mouse accuracy. I think it's because I play too much RuneScape, if I'm being honest with you. It's a lot of mouse accuracy required in that game. Old school RuneScape, mind you. The better one. Alright. That, and I've been doing what I'm doing for like... what I'm doing right now. For like years and years and years. At this point. Mage's Guild is gonna come whenever I get to it. I'm doing everything in order. In order of name. Voice lines I don't keep track of personally. But as far as I know, they're coming along. I mean, we have everybody cast. We have even the important NPCs cast, so for the longest time we didn't have like Vivek or Yagram or Dagoth voiced, and now we do. And that's because, you know, we were waiting for dialogue lines to be finished and stuff like that. Thank you for the release jokes. They don't get old extremely fast. Did you detect the sarcasm in my voice? Can't rush greatness. You know. Just kidding. It's all good. Everybody's always kidding. Alright, what am I on about? This side. This is all stuff, like all this QA nonsense is stuff that people do notice in the end product, so it's important to have it done, even though it might seem a little pedantic. It's the difference between releasing a game, right, and having it be just okay or rough around the edges, and then actually having something be like really, really good. So we try our best. Welcome. Hello. I sure hope someone got fired for that blunder. Me too, man. We should fire that guy. That guy Zix. What a dork. Quote unquote fire, as if as if this were a job. What is this? What is this? Oh, shoot. Whoops. Fire that UCM guy? No, don't do it. UCM's a cool guy. Okay, so we've got. What is this? What is that? Why? There's just a missing. What the hell? Yay! QA fixes. Whee! Okay. This is mirrored, that's mirrored, because why not? We love mirrors here. You guys see what I mean by mirrors, right? Like, this is exactly the same as this along this plane right here. And you get the, like, Rorschach effect, you know? Where it's like, what does this symbol mean? What does it mean to you? Actually, I don't know, Doctor. What does it mean to you? What? Yeah, see now it's not. I was gonna say it looks like that is, but it's not anymore. I don't want that. That's bad. If I were to do that, then it's very noticeable. Like here, let me show you an example. So imagine the entire building, right? Mirrored like this. So now the whole thing looks like a giant Rorschach symbol. Because it's mirrored, right? That's not how this one was, luckily. But that's how some of the other Redoran buildings were. And it was just like, you know, I look at it and I'm like, are you kidding? Like, how is this not fixed? Anyway, this one's good now. Ready to export it. Am I the last line before production? No. I'm the 3D lead, so I give approval for most things. But like there's a bunch of excuse me, there's a bunch of people that work on like quality assurance for all this stuff. Not a lot, but enough. What am I looking at? There we go. We got that in. You also use industry terms like production, right? Like that's what you're saying, but there really isn't like I guess there is a product, but like, you know, you have some people that just do a thing and then they leave, right? So it's not like a typical um typical team. Okay, this has no vertex colors. That's not good. That's not good at all. This needs some vertex colors to give you. This has vertex colors. You can see that there's like some dark here. I don't know why this is red. I think it's to make it colored like this, but here we go. If I kill, there you go. So you can see the vertex colors down at the bottom to give it a sort of fake shading. This has absolutely nothing. So that's not a good thing. I'll have to throw some on, I guess. But I wasn't gonna focus on that. The Mage's Guild building is the next one. Ooh. Hey, Lacuna. Yeah, I don't think this one has any problems. Just by looking at it. Got an environment map. Has a green specular. I imagine it's because of the temple. How about we go like in between? Like blue-green. Because otherwise that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, let's check this one out also. Vertex coloring is basically like shading, yes. However, it's used for very different things than like actual shading. You've got a bunch of different stuff happening in the engine, right? You have vertex colors, you have ambient occlusion, you have lighting, you have shadows, you have all this sorts of stuff. And all of that comes together to shade something, I guess, if you're using the word shading. Vertex colors are used typically where you can't otherwise use like ambient occlusion. For example, the engine does not have very good ambient occlusion. So vertex colors are used in lieu of that to sort of force a fake ambient occlusion onto things. Sometimes it's also used as like a gradient to give color difference between one piece and another piece, or along like a same piece. Like if I really wanted to, I could color this building red just with vertex colors, and I would get a lot more mileage out of just this one texture. It looks terrible, but you could reasonably do that. Vertex colors are used for quite a lot of different things. But as you use the word shading, there's a lot that goes into just shading, quote unquote. .25. It's weird that this doesn't have AO, or vertex colors rather. I'm gonna add a little bit to this. The wood here, you see how the wood, this doesn't have vertex colors at all, but this does, so it is very odd. This piece doesn't, that piece doesn't. There's also some weird UVs going on here. You can very clearly see the vertex color difference here. Yeah, it turns out I don't have to do anything to that chunk, I don't think. Is this sharp? I think it is. See, this is where I don't like pulling meshes, because the shading gets all fucked. I'm using shading in a different way than you were previously, Devin. This is like shading, quote unquote, here on the mesh itself, but it's acting weird. Yeah, see, like this could be more clean here. Anyway, one thing at a time. The dirty colors actually aren't that bad. Except it's pretty bad. Why is it turning out like yellow? I don't understand. Oh. Hello, Turtle Hermit. Yeah, that's a problem we have, and that's a problem with any big projects, Devin. You'll find that with literally any project out there, even professional ones. You'll have, you know, certain folks be like, you know, here's a decision that I'm making, and then a year passes and, you know, it's like kind of forgotten why that decision was made, and then something better is found, or something more efficient is found, or, you know, something like that. But yeah, you tend to find that with any project out there. Yeah, so some shading here. What is this? What? Oh, I forgot these. There we go. There were some UVs that were kind of fucked down here too. Yeah, like what is that? What is happening here? There, I've got the grain going this way, because that's what makes most sense. Hello, hello, Ji-yoon. Ooh. Okay, why are we doing that? There we go. Green going that way. Good. Okay, we can join that back to this. That's good. And I gotta figure out the door here. Just like all the others, this one didn't have proper door jam thing added in. Oh. Gotta do that. There's also a Rorschach symbol here, because this is mirrored. So we can fix that. How many times are you gonna say, hello, UCM, I see you, I see you? I know you're saying hi to Gian. I'm just playing. Hello! It's just like... tons of people saying hello. Hello? Hello? Thanks for the uwu speak, Lacuna. That's appreciated. Okay, so that's looking good. Take this. Paint it. Vanta black. I don't like how this is tinted yellow. I don't understand why it is. Like, I don't know if it's a setting that I have. For the vertex colors, it doesn't make any sense that it is tinted yellow. Especially because I set it. Like, it's not... Oh, oh. But no, because I'm using this. Oh. I don't think it's going to matter too much. It's not going to show up. Okay, just a few more things I want to double check. I want to make sure there's no holes. This one seems to be pretty well figured out. Yeah, like it's tinting it yellow or green. I don't. That's so weird. No holes here, because this is actually a, what do you want to call it? I can't think of the term. It's, starts with a C. What the hell is that term? Shit. It's not concave or convex. I don't know what the term is. Oh. Anyway, well, I don't need the windows because those look fine. What is this? Oh, okay, never mind. So if this looks weird, I'm gonna go back and fix it because I think something is off about how I was doing that. I'm looking at these little, like, fat folds right here. They look pretty much the same. I'm looking at this fat fold right here. It doesn't. Okay, so there are sharps that are being ripped off. Auto smooth. 60, how about? Yeah, I don't like that. $70. Ugh, okay, I'll go ahead and add them back in manually because it's not gonna work otherwise. I think the word I was looking for was manifold. It's a fully manifold structure. Like it was self-contained. Yeah, like those fat folds are working now. And like this is sharp. I don't like that being sharp, but that's how it is. I might try to add a bevel to it because that looks ugly. Yeah, this looks terrible. Okay, hold on. Let me try to fix that. Ooh. Like, that's all it needs. I'm sorry, yeah, manifold was not the word. Manifold was very much not the word. Whoops. This one already looks fine. Yeah, the bevel here looks much better. I'm not sure if I fucked up the UVs, but I can check. No, they're fine. I think. Why? Why? Why are we not connected here? Oh. I did fuck up the UVs because I'm stupid. How about I just do this? I press P. I take all these. I press P again, and then I just unwrap. Oh. Uh. Ah. There we go. Manifold is my favorite word that starts with C. Manifold. Right? Okay, there's no holes otherwise, I don't think. No ugly looking stuff. That was just like at height, like character height, was not looking good. This stuff, there are some sharps here. It's wherever there would be a seam. That's where there are sharps. If I'm remembering correctly, every seam should be a sharp, but not every sharp should be a seam. As a general rule of thumb for 3D. I could very well be saying that backwards. Especially because I'm being put on the spot by myself right now, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So if I had a way of marking the seams all the way back, I would do that, but I don't think I do in Blender. Yeah, all these. When I import it, I could export, or no, I could separate by selected. I wonder if I could separate by like UV islands or something. Because when I import it, it comes in as like this mass unmerged, like none of the triangles are merged together. Anyway, I'm just thinking out loud at this point. I really like how these folds turned out. This building looks pretty nice. It's got like fat folds all over the place. It's pretty cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and export now. Let's go ahead and bring this back in. Watch the fat folds here. Shouldn't look any different. Yep, there you go. All these are looking good. These fat folds. This looks a little better, I believe. And then I throw the trim back in. Not that. Okay, so what I'm looking for here is darkening of the wood here. And the door to come back. Or, well, to be put in at all. And that looks pretty good. Wood came out well. Door jam thingy is there. Darkening around the very bottom. Very nice. Save that. Copy that, paste that. The specular is fixed, right? Yeah, okay. I need to check that on these buildings as well. The specular for these windows was turned down, I think, when I... Yeah. You go to sniff stuff and you end up turning down the spec values way low. Because the rest of the buildings have low spec, or the rest of the parts of the building. Okay, Mages Guild, the port This, I want to reduce the vertex colors in the center here a lot. Because there's no way they should be this dark. There's no reason for them to be that crazy. If you look at the vertex colors in a vacuum, like, look at how heavy that is. That's crazy. Meanwhile, the wood doesn't have any on it, right? So that, it just looks very off-kilter. Very not good. So, we can fix that. The rest of it also doesn't have any vertex colors, which is odd to me. But yeah, I don't know. Tavern I'm not gonna do right now because it needs some work. It has the awful, horrible Vanta Black vertex coloring here as well. Sniff. Stairs, tower. The tower is the only other one to do. Then I gotta add vertex colors to the walls, because these don't have any. Okay, let me do... Oh, I didn't do the barracks. The barracks was hidden up there. Shit. Oh, it has the same problems as the council club. That's awkward. Okay. Good times, good times. This is also sharp. I don't like that being sharp. That doesn't make a little... That doesn't make any sense to me. Maybe this was supposed to be trim? Little chunk right here. Ah. We'll see how it looks with like this added on. That part might look pretty good. Okay. If I start doing too many things at once, I get a little overwhelmed. So let me just focus on one thing at a time. We'll do this barracks piece. I'm gonna change the windows also. These windows are nice, but we're not actually utilizing them fully. And it's a texture that we can just get rid of, to be honest, because this is the only spot that it's ever used. So. If you like those green windows, I'm sorry, but those ones in particular are getting axed. Import barracks. Yeah, these windows. God. There we go. Yeah, this has the exact same problems as the other building with like the horseshoe crab shape. The council club. Shouldn't be any holes here. Except there are. That's wonderful. If a player gets down here and crouches, they'd be able to see through that. So we tried to remedy the issue. Oh, okay. This is just a hole. Okay, that's not ideal. I'm turning these into just like decoration, because I know for a fact the interior doesn't have a chimney attached to it. I think these were intended to be chimneys, but as opposed to reinventing the wheel, we are doing this. A whole hole. Oh. Yeah, in case it wasn't clearly evident, I have some reservations about choices made. There are some shortcuts that were taken to make these buildings. Oh! Case A. Why is this single vertex dark? Why? I'm understanding if we're trying to like make this area a little darker because of the windows being here. However, it doesn't come across as that. It just comes across as not looking very good. That looks a little more okay, but still not great because of these. It's not ideal, but all right. Oh. Mouse accuracy. What? So, this is also just not good. Like, I don't understand why the vertex colors look like that. Why do we look like this? Oh mein Gott. How about we lower the contrast a little bit? Is that better? Maybe, perhaps. Still think that's gonna be a little dark, but we'll see. So this might have been trim, or it might have been the intent to put trim here. Because it's like sharp-ish. So if I do that and put the brick there, I wonder how it looks. Great, love that. How do we like that being brick? That look decent. I think that looks pretty good. I don't know, maybe this isn't supposed to be brick. Second guessing now. I have an idea. If I do this, this will make it look a lot better. Hello? Can we be normal, please? Thank you. We'll pull this out a little bit, make it a little round. I think that will make it look a lot better. That looks pretty nice. Pretty nice. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divided by 2 times 2 times 1.4. I want 2 more bricks in there. I think that looks solid. I hope other people think that, but if it does not look solid, we have something to fall back on, so. Whoa. Oops. Gotta answer my phone real fast. Ooh. All right. I foresee these wooden beams again, surprise, surprise, being horribly vertex colored. And guess what they are? Oh my god, hi! God, okay. This is actually the barracks building. So this is the house of many a soldier. Or town guard, primarily, I think. Okay, so what are we doing? This should be this. Shift K is the shortcut. Oh my god. Holy. Can I do that here? No. Okay. I have to go into the mode. Oh. Yup. I have a feeling this is gonna look a little bit better. Because this is what I've done with all the buildings. It's fine. In Nipscope, it looks okay, but it's just in the engine, once it gets, like, covered in the... what is it? It's like a certain kind of AO we have that Creation Kit has, or Creation Engine, rather. It's like... every time I think of it, I think of Subspace Emissary. What is it? It's like Subspace AO, or it's something like that. Image space, maybe? Image space, ambient occlusion? Something space, I think. It's not a very good ambient occlusion. It just like compounds the vertex colors so much to the point where it just looks awful. These can probably be 0.5. Why? And then, like, this should be 0.75 strength. Because it's actually facing the fucking sun. Maybe not that much. Maybe like... yeah, that's good. I do this. Yeah, let's do that. Is there plans to ever release this? Yes. Why would you think otherwise? You think I'm just working on this for my own shits and giggles? Or what? I'm curious. You think the devs are just gonna hoard this on their hard drives? Because that would be really, really, really smart, right? Let me just make this really cool video game, and instead of actually releasing it, I'm just gonna hoard it on my hard drive and waste a bunch of space. And pay for cloud space to share to save what I can't fit on my hard drive. Genius. Genius. Really, really smart of us. I'm sorry if that makes some sense to you, because that means you've got something wrong with you. Because that makes absolutely no sense in any universe. If that was a genuine question and not like a troll question, I apologize for answering in the way that I did. Only a little bit, though. Because I expect that fully to be just a troll question. Can you blame me? Have you ever lost work on this due to hard drives failing? Yeah. Constantly. I constantly have artists telling me that, oh, my computer blew up, I can't participate anymore. And it is the most upsetting thing in the universe to hear that so often. I'm not even joking. Like, that happens more often than you'd think. And part of me is like, okay, you know, you just don't want to participate anymore. That's totally fine. Like, I'd rather you be truthful with me. But on the other hand, you know, I have to believe them to a certain extent. Because otherwise, I'm just an asshole. And I don't want to be an asshole. What? How is there a seam here? Not being an asshole is an achievable goal. Is that what you're is that what you're after, Lacuna? I would tend to agree with that. It really takes very, very minimal effort to not be an asshole. Sometimes people require a little bit of understanding. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna pull this back, I think. What am I doing here? Oh, can't do that. I want to do this. To pull this in line with that. That way it's easier to make this crescent roll fill this gap. But I don't think that's going to work very well. Especially because this is all connected here. What if I just do this? Yeah, I'll take this guy too. I'm not sure I like that though. Damn. Let's see. I squish it inwards a little. Oh. I don't like this, but it fills the hole. Hmm. If I do that, it still fills the hole. I think. Okay. Oh boy. Mm. Okay. I've still got this side to fill. Oh my god. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. All right. Let's fill the hole filler. I think that hole is filled. Have you, any of you guys watched Ghost Stories, the anime? It's a really, really funny one. You've never heard of it? What? Yeah, so the story goes, okay, this is the story, right? The story goes, it was so poorly received in Japan that the dub people, like the company that the dub it was given to, was given free reign with like what to do. And they they turned it into like the silliest thing you could ever imagine. Yeah, there's a lot of famous clips of it online. I've made another hole here, that's my bad. There's one scene where there's like a construction crew or something like that, and they're filling a hole, Or they're doing something. I think they're like plugging up a tunnel. And the one guy's talking, and the other guy's like, "Shut up and fill the hole filler." And that, doing this reminded me of that. Sitting here making new holes. Trying to fill in other holes. Fill the hole filler. Alright, I think that's successful enough. Gotta make sure that nothing here is poking through. Yeah, make sure that's good. Tiny adjustments. Fill the hole filler. Alright. We have filled the holes. Now to fix this, because I fucked it up. Unless that wasn't me. It's fine at this point. Yeah. One. Okay. I think I did good there. There's some funky something going on back here with the UV. Ah! There's a seam. Wonderful! Good job, hole filler. Thanks. Thanks. Trying my best. Okay, destroyed the seam there. That's good. Now what? I gotta join all these back together. Up. What are you? UV material 1. Are your vertex colors different too? No. Kill the windows. Okay, I think this is good, unless there's any unforeseen issues that come up. Oh! Oh, see you, Lacuna. I didn't see you go, my bad. Copy pasta. I could do with some pasta. Ooh. Pasta would be nice right about now. Alas, I am making soup. I am making soup later. I am excited for the soup. Looking good. Comma egg soup? Nope, just soup. I'm making Italian wedding soup. Soon. Soon. Vard glass. I don't want Vard glass anymore on this. What do I want? Copy that. Remove that. Copy, paste that. Reorder blocks. Okay, what are the UVs? What's the interior again? It's got the resin ones. That both of them, yeah. Quiero? What's Quiero soup? Quiero. Piano. There we go. Have you guys seen that one? That's a funny one. The piano meme. I think these wooden beams look a bit better, but we'll go test them. Nope, that's the wrong folder. Quiero. Oh. Down by the river. Where is there a barracks? I know that there should be one in Nisus. But I think it's just the council club right now, which is the wrong building. Hey, Coffee Cat. Is it correct in build right now, Evans? Okay, so it's incorrectly the council club building. Gotcha. That's fine. I'll be able to find one here. Where the hell? Don't mind me. Yeah, that's the wrong building. Okay. There should be one in Margon also, but I think it's also incorrectly the council club. Yeah. Should be the council club. Or it should be the barracks, rather. So not have... Okay. There might be one in Aldrune. No. What even is this? Is this the barracks or is this the council club? This is the council club. This is the only building that's supposed to use that building. You mean to tell me that there's no barracks placed anywhere? There. It was behind me. I think it looks fine. You can tell that there's a wall here as opposed to just a black blank space. The door hole thing is there. The holes are missing, which is good. You don't want holes. Good, great. Looks awesome. Okay. Wondrous. God, this place needs level design done badly. Ooh. I think these buildings also need a bit of texture improvement for this area specifically, because the ash storm's turned off right now, but once the ash storm actually kicks in, it'll be like, these are very bright. Yeah, the horseshoe crab part was actually buried over here into the walls. Good level design. Oh. Crab. This one looks fine. This one has ash on top of it. Very shiny. But I think that looks great. Besides the shiny. I think that's a problem with the building. Like, yeah, like this one looks fine. Maybe a little too heavy. Like there shouldn't be pitting. Yeah, these buildings should realistically be like totally covered. Not this much, but like a lot. Same goes with the walls, maybe. Crab. What is this? LOD. Beautiful rock LOD. Alright, that one looks good. Probably Evans. The texture is not in progress, no. However, it needs improvement for that area specifically. The buildings in Nisus and like Cool look perfectly fine. So I would like those to stay the same. However, the buildings look pretty terrible in the Ashlands right now. I would like them to be improved if they can. Okay, this one and this one are the same thing. They're just, this one has a canopy. Let's do this one next. And then I think this one might be the last one for me today. Perhaps, we'll see. Two, 6, 9. Damn, she's fine. Okay, these colors make sense here. Up the side makes sense. These make no sense in here. Absolutely no fucking sense. They are way too dark. So this and this, if we separate them out. Like this is fine. That is not. Yeah, like that's fine, but way too dark. What is that? Oh, it's actually a hole. Okay, it's a hole for the canopy thing. That's funny. Beautiful UV work. My god. It's never going to get seen, but might as well make it look decent in case someone does look down this hole. Big thing is the door. Make sure it's not mirrored or anything like that anywhere. What a wonderful surprise. It's not mirrored anywhere that I can see. Wow! Ha ha ha, tee hee hee. This is a very quick one. It's looking like. I don't expect it to take too much time. Okay, why are we acting like that? No. Myopic. That's a vocab word. Means short-sighted. Myopia. Why? Why? Ugh, you don't need to be this dark. God fucking damn it. Thank you for working. Not really, you're not. You're not! Alright. Join these back together. What? God damn it. Still yellow tinted. That's so weird. Alright, calling this one done. I don't feel like doing much else on it. What is wrong with this? Join. I also think it's fine. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Copy. Paste over. Copy. Paste over. Got that thing. Good. This is the exact same thing, just with a canopy, so we will paste over that. Oh, no. It's moved? Oh, that's so upsetting. Oh my god. Okay. Hey, Hekame. You came in here to witness a breakdown. Not really. Not really. But something close to it. Oh. Oh, shoot. That one's fine, so we'll put that there. Oh, everything is so upsetting. Oh no. Oh no. What if we just do this, right? Whoa, it's crazy. It's almost like it is the exact same thing. And we get rid of that, and we get rid of all this except for those chunks. Right? Nothing else is new here. Right, and this thing goes all the way through. Sparkly purple, hell yeah. It's supposed to look awesome. Gee. Doi. Of course. Alright, cool. That's that then. Wasn't as catastrophic as I thought. Because then we just take this. Copy pasta over. No holes or anything, so that's good. Copy pasta over this. Nice. There will be a trapdoor placed there separately. I think I merged that last month. Or I got a level designer to merge it for me, so should be good there. Hooey. So let's look. We have 10 items here. There's total one, two. These I can get rid of. Excuse me. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right? 12. So I'm missing the rat in the pot, which I'm not doing. I'm not doing this yet. I'm not fixing this one because it needs bigger changes. I think this one's balcony is gonna go. It's just gonna get scrapped because it makes no sense. And we need the space in here on the inside. This might also be moved a little bit. I think it's fine to stay right now, depending on how the interior looks, but it might need to be moved this way. And then this, I just have to fix the vertex colors, which was something I kind of didn't want to do today, but maybe I'll just do it right now because I'm sitting here. Why the hell not, I guess. Josh doing the tavern interior. No, he's working on the Mages Guild interior because it's easier, way easier than the tavern. The tavern needs to undergo some changes, like I said. And then once those are done, he'll be able to do the tavern interior. The tavern, the way it's designed, is fine, but it's also kind of just not. It doesn't work well. And the decision was made to just change the tavern a little bit. It is completely nonsensical for the Redoran to actually have like a balcony on that thing. So the balcony's being taken off. And I can keep that. And what else? The space that it needs on the interior. Actually, I have a better idea. The space that it needs on the interior is quite a lot, and the current exterior building doesn't allow for the space that it needs, so it needs to just be like ballooned in certain areas to help it work without causing horrible TARDIS nonsense. Okay, let's try this. And then let's also try straight up just nothing here. Maybe a little bit of something here. Yeah, Evans, I'll show you real quick what I'm talking about. Just let me do this real quick. That's fine. Actually, that's not fine. Where are we? Oh, that doesn't look very good. But I didn't notice it when I was in the game, so I don't care. Now these are missing vertex colors of any kind. And it doesn't make sense. The song is a bop. Oh, it's a bop. All right, let me do contrast. Okay, or not. Contrast. We'll do that. This one doesn't need it as much. Hello? fun guy. Hello. You sound like a fun guy. Is this true? Does vertex painting do the same thing as nifscope shading? I'm not sure you know what you're talking about, if I'm gonna be completely honest. What do you mean by what is nifscope shading to you? Because I don't know what you're talking about. The BS shader property in nifscope is a block. Okay, we're gonna use vocab words. Hopefully this helps. This is what's called a block. Any one of these little like things that I'm highlighting, we'll call it a block. This is a block list, right? So these are all the blocks. This BS lighting shader property block controls all of the data in here and underneath of it. Vertex colors is just one tiny part of not the BS lighter shading property. So it has nothing to do with vertex colors. Vertex colors are contained in the nitri-shape data block here. And you can see them all listed as hex values. So no, they do not control the same thing. They are all interconnected. Like if I change the the shader properties, it's going to, or sorry, if I change the vertex colors, it's going to change the shader properties. Vertex paint goes over top of textures. It changes the texture properties. Like it'll make them a little darker. It'll make them turn red if I really wanted to. For my purposes, they're functioning as fake ambient occlusion because the engine is horrible at doing ambient occlusion. But I'm going through and I'm fixing the prior artist's ambient occlusion, like vertex color pass, because it was very poor. It was like way too exaggerated. It might have looked fine on his end, but when you actually look at it in the engine, it looks not good. I'm doing some fixes to alleviate that. I can talk more about it if you'd like me to. I'm just currently like multitasking, so I might not be answering to the best of my abilities exactly. It's fascinating. Cool that you think so. It's difficult for me to describe a lot of this stuff to like people who just don't have a ton of background in it, because to people who do have background, it's like, oh, yeah, well, that makes sense. But then to someone who doesn't have background, it's like, oh, what's ambient occlusion? You know, it's a little difficult to describe that. You gotta go back and back and back and back, and it's like, okay, let's review what a color is. I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like, you just keep having to go back. Fuck. Sorry. This needs to, like, select correctly. God damn it. Why is this sharp? Let me test this. Why is it impractical that Redoran would have a balcony? Okay. Let's talk about where the Redoran live. They live in an area with constant sandstorms. Or ash storms. Why would they have a balcony that faces the outside on a tavern where people would eat their food on the balcony or drink their drink on the balcony? That makes absolutely no sense. Oh shit. It's cool in theory, yes. In theory, it's a wonderful, fun thing for the Redoran people to do, but one, we need space for the interior, which it doesn't have right now because there's a balcony for no reason. And on top of that, it doesn't make sense. All right, let's go test the port real quick. Oh, before I do that, I wanted to, or someone wanted to see why Evans, I think, wanted to see why the balcony, or sorry, the tavern just didn't make sense. Let me show you this. So here's our tavern. This is our exterior. Okay, this is the outside of the building on the left. This is Morrowind's exterior all the way on the right, just as a comparison. This is the inside of the original building. So you can already see that, like, the inside is small, or the inside is huge relative to the outside, which is kind of small. And then when you break it down, even if we go with this original design for the inside, which is what it needs because it needs a 2-floor tavern here, and it needs stairs going down, and it needs stairs going up from this entryway. If you look at this overlay, the red and the green, like the space just does not make sense. Like the building is way too small. No, this cell is actually called the Tavern, the Rat in the Pot Tavern. And you can see from the top down also that it just makes 0 sense spatially. And especially here, when we need the stairs to go up, we just can't have this balcony here because it doesn't leave enough room for the steps. Like if someone were to stand here, they would be cutting their head off. It's a really poor design originally, and we did a pretty good job of copying the original design, like updating it. But then when we get to making the inside of it, it just makes no sense. So we have to end up changing the outside a little bit. Yeah. Like if you really want to get decapitated, that's cool, but I'd like to avoid everybody doing that. That's another thing. To get to the balcony, you need another stairway. And the balcony door is like centered on the building, so you would have to have a stairwell that goes either like around the walls or up the center of the room, which doesn't work because you already have a stairwell going up the center of the room the opposite direction. It like just doesn't, it doesn't compute. Okay, this looks much better, this hallway. Remember before it was like pitch black in here? That was because I fixed the vertex colors, yay! So that's good. And then we gotta go find a tower. There's a guard tower up here. Just make sure this looks good. Yeah, the tools are free. You can go... There we go. That's the old trapdoor, but the colors look a lot better in here as well. That's kind of a cool design, but kind of silly at the same time. This also has the black plane back here now, which is awesome. Colors are good. Nice. Okay. Yeah, the tools are free and available to you. You can go get Creation Kit, and you can see for yourself that the Morrowind buildings are horribly TARDISed. Like, almost all of them. So trying to actually, like, fit everything in what is intended with the buildings is a little difficult. As I'm sure you guys can probably understand. I'm gonna go find a building, a guard tower with the canopy, because that was technically a separate asset. I want to make sure that one's good too. This one. Oh, this one's using our interior, actually. Looks pretty good. This one has so many floors. This is also very bad. Who did this? Who did this? Who was assigned this building? Who did this? I want to know. Evans, was it you? Aldrune Guard Tower. I don't know. I don't know which one this is, but there is a hearth asset that's free. Like, it is not connected to the floor of a hut. Just FYI. I don't know if that's... I don't know who that is. I'm not blaming you specifically. I'm just saying, like, people really need to look through the assets. Okay, so that's all of them, right? Except for the Rat in the Pot Tavern, which needs the balcony ripped out. And the back probably expanded a little bit. We'll see. And then I have to go through and add vertex colors to all the walls because they don't have any. They do not have any vertex colors whatsoever, so they look extremely flat. But that is something for another time, I think. Probably been updated since the last merge. Yeah, I don't know. Just be careful. If you're missing something, I'd rather you ask than, like, just use something that doesn't make sense or looks terrible. Oh, darn it. It's all right. It's all right. I'm just gonna go and make a little update post with all of these. An update post for the team, not for the general public. Aha. Get wrecked, general public. But you get to see it here, so. Not the end of the world, I suppose. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. You also screenshotted it? No. You found a loophole. Mages Guild. When you're small. Whoa. Nice. Check that out. This isn't all the Redoran Buildings. We're missing Scar, of course. And then there's a version of the tower without the canopy. There's a version of the Mages Guild with a temple windows instead. That's where these green ones come from. And what else? I think that's it. Cool. So, did a bunch of QA stuff on these today. Everything except the huts. I did the huts last time. Anyway. Thanks for joining, folks. I'm gonna go make some soup. Prep for the snowstorm of a century or some bullshit. I will catch you all another time. Have a good one.